Okay, I'm gonna do a quick little video, hopefully, on a comparison between Tinkercad and Freecad, which is what I use. There's another YouTube channel out there called 3D Tailor. It's got a nice little channel. Go take a look at it. I'll try and leave a link in my description. But he made a simple little part basically to hold some ceramic coasters. And you'll have to excuse me if I sound a little hoarse. We had a lot of smoke for about the last 3, 4 days, and it's going to be 102 today. So this ought to be fun. So anyway, let me start a new file here, new document. And we got a nice space here. Everything. This is basically the toolbars you're going to need for creating models. And that's all you're going to be doing. I'll use very few constraints and nothing has to be really locked down to anything other than itself. So let's start out with a new sketch and let's pick the XY plane. So we got that and we want to make a box, but I want rounded corners on it. So we'll come up here, select this one, go down to rounded corners and pick a spot, doesn't matter where, and we'll make a box, roughly square, and we'll shrink it down to some corners about there. Doesn't matter. So, like I said, excuse me, it's been pretty smoky out here. So let's go here and we're going to add some dimensions to it. So we come over here to a dimension tool. We're going to go from this side to that side. It's going to be 100. I'm guessing at the dimensions. I'm just going approximately with what he had. And let's go from that side to that side, and that's going to be 100. Okay. I want a radius in here. Let's make that one about a 2 millimeter radius. Say okay. So that's our basic dimensions. Doesn't matter where it's at. You don't have to lock it into the axis system or make it equal all sides. So after we get that made, we're going to exit the sketch. That's over here. So we exit the sketch and we want to make a pad. Select that. And let's go up. I think you went about 45 millimeters. So we'll go 45. Say okay. And just on general principle, I don't remember if he had a small fillet here, but let's put a small fillet there anyway. Down here and select that. Since we got a fillet all the way around anyway, we'll make this just a 1 millimeter fillet like it's got here. Say okay. And then we gotta basically hollow this thing out. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to select this face and I'm going to go over here to these tools, and this one is your thickness. We're going to apply the thickness to this box. So there you go. Let's go there. The model, come here. Does this to me all the time. Thickness, there, we're going to go this one, this face. We want to go 3 millimeters is what I think he did. I don't want to go inside, so we're going to make it outside. That gives us a nice radius on the outside that maintains a 3 millimeter wall all the way through. So I say okay. Now we got that done. That's the whole thing right there, except we needed a finger hole in here to lift out the coasters. So we'll go back to doing the same thing. I'll select this face, create a sketch. Okay. I'll go back here. I'm going to use the same tool, a rounded corner rectangle. And I'm going to put that like right about here and over about there and make the radius of the end about there. Don't know what I really want yet. Exit that. And I do want to put a couple of, again, excuse me, reference lines. Reference line works. Come over here, select this tool, and I'm going to select this edge here. That one. Oops. Got to select this tool first. Select this one. There. And there, that creates two reference lines for me. Get back out of this one. Right click, get out of that one. And then I want to just add dimensions to that. So let's go here, dimension from this line to that point. Let's make it about 14 millimeters. And from this line to that point, make it about 14 millimeters. Say OK. And I want a big fillet in here. So let's select that one right there and make this about a 16 millimeter radius. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, so last thing I got to do is constrain. Let's see if I can do this. Let's go to this line, and I want to make that line, and would that be the right line? Say, yeah, that should be here. Oh, that point is coincident. There it is. Okay. So that's 3 millimeters off the surface. These 2 points and all this geometry up here is meaningless. You can't get rid of it yet, though. Then you wouldn't have a complete sketch. So let's go back here. And what I want to do is, again, sketch plane. Go over here. And I'm going to create a pocket. And I want it to go all the way through. Now, if I go up here, I can either dimension it. Let's give it a, well, let's go 150. Okay. And go here. Cuts all the way through the part. That works. Or you could go, instead of dimension, I can go through all. And that leaves it way out here. I don't like doing it that way on anything. To make it all so it's can be modified, I want to go up to a face. So let's go down and select that face and say OK. Now it's all done. And go back to the model. If I want to dress it up even a little more, I can add more fillets to it. So let's try this. Let's go fillet here. That's that edge. And that edge. That edge. And that edge. And let's make that about a 3 millimeter radius and say OK. And it's still got some sharp edges up here. I'm going to 3D print it. Rounded edges or chamfers work better. So let's go here. Do a fillet again. Select this edge. That goes all the way around. I'm going to select that edge. That goes down to here and that edge. And that's a little bit too much for me. So I'm going to go a 0.75. Say OK. And there you go, a nice rounded edge. Everything's there and it's not sharp. Nothing's going to poke you, cut you, or hurt you. And it's done. So that's the whole process. Now, the thing I like about this is it's all parametric. So from here, I can go back to my original pad. It's this one. Open up the sketch. And I'm going to make this, let's make it so you can really see it. Let's go here. Make that 150. Say OK. And now we can see that it's definitely a rectangle now. So let's go back out of here, back to the model. Pad is here. Say OK. Boom. Now it's a rectangle. And everything is still tied together and looks just as it should. So depending on what you're using this for, you can make about anything you want. It's all tied together. And like I said, Tinkercad is a boolean based operation. And I think using Tinkercad may be a good way to start for some, but if you want to learn more about how CAD works, FreeCAD would be a better place to start. It's free, you can work with it online. I live off grid out here in the middle of nowhere, and I don't have to be hooked up to the internet for anything like this. So that's why I like FreeCAD, and it's a great little program. It's parametrically based, so you can create one model and modify it to make other things that may have a similar format. So that's the difference between the two, and as you can see, it wasn't that hard to make. So that's about it. Let me get off this thing and go check out the 3D trailer. Can't even talk anymore. Go check out the 3D Tailor YouTube channel and see what he's doing. Looks like he's got things going pretty well, and maybe he'll start looking at FreeCAD a little bit or other software programs out there that'll work for him too. So that's about it. Talk at y'all later. Bye.